Hello, everybody. This is Out of the Box Podcast. I'm your host, Jim Andre. And today we have a guest tonight who has experienced some energetic healing in the past. His name is Peter Susi, and I'm here with my co-host, Bradley Powers. How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm good, man.
Well, I just rushed back from the store and I made it in time to be on the show, so I'm very pleased about that.
Yeah, last minute's better than never, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, Peter, if you want to explain your experience in the past. I mean, the viewers are familiar with me and my claim that I do energetic healing and stuff like that. And I've always done it over the internet successfully, validated. But in your case, it was different because I was physically there with you. So if you'd like to give a little rundown for the viewers.
Yeah, what happened was that I've got bronchitis and asthma, and of course, it was due to, I guess, a lot of smoking. I don't know, but I'm still smoking.
Try to speak up a little bit so we can hear you.
I don't think the cigarettes really had much to do with it. It was just something that was thrown at me, I guess. I was coughing. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk. I couldn't laugh without coughing. And when I went to get checked at the doctors, they said that they wanted to send me to Boston to get a second opinion because they found a mass in my lung. And I asked you if you could drive me there. No.
Yeah, but prior to that, when you were at St. Luke's in New Bedford, they tried twice to get a biopsy, right?
That's right. They did it twice. They went into my right shoulder instead of my left shoulder because the mass was found on my left lung, not my right lung. So they screwed up. They gave me 2 biopsies, one for nothing, one for the lump.
And one, they were both inconclusive, right?
Absolutely. They were inconclusive. The one that they were supposed to do on my left side was inconclusive. So they sent me to Boston for a further examination, and the doctor wanted to use me as a guinea pig, cut me open.
Well, he's not using you as a guinea pig. That's his job.
Yeah, well, I looked at it differently because I already knew you. I know what you do. I've seen you do it. and I felt power on it myself, and I figured, well, this is probably my opportunity to, you know,
In other words, you didn't want to go under the knife,
no, I did not want them to cut
which
that.
I also advise you to wait to see if I could help you. Right?
That's right, and that's exactly what we decided on. When the doctors left us, when the doctor left us alone, he asked me if I, you know, to think about it, and he'll be back, so that I could give him my decision. And our decision was no, we're going to do it your way. So we went home, and a week later, a week after that happened, oh my God, if you want me to explain all the details, I can.
Go ahead.
And all right, that the day that you felt strong was a big thunder and lightning storm. You said you felt very powerful,
Right.
and
That was at night as well.
yeah, it was at night. It was thundering, it was lightning, and it was raining, and I felt powerful myself. I figured that I could be able to concentrate with the serenity of rain and the thunder, and you know, that's when you said, "Do you want to do this now? Are you ready? Do you feel?" I said, "Yeah, man, let's get this done," because I couldn't hardly talk without coughing. I couldn't do nothing without coughing. I couldn't even breathe. You know, it was getting to the point where I was going to go to the hospital. You know,
Yeah.
he said, "All right, what I want you to do is just concentrate on where the pain is, where you feel the lump, where you feel the uh, discomfort, and you're not going to touch me." And you didn't. You didn't lay a hand on me. I was laying back. I was relaxed. I had my eyes closed, but I know you didn't touch me. All I felt was heat.
Yeah, you felt the energy. Yeah.
I felt a lot of heat. It was like there was a flame going along my chest, going up and down, trying to find where it was. And you said, when you feel me where it is, you know, when I'm close, let me know.
Right.
And I was able to do that because I felt the heat, man. It was the intense heat from your hands that I was feeling. I knew it. My eyes were closed. I didn't see it, but I felt it. And that's important because that told me that we were able to work together that night. And I told you, all right, Jim, you're right on top of it. Just grab that sucker and get it out. That's how I said it. I said, Jimmy, you're right there. Squeeze or whatever. Do what you got to do. It's right there, Jim. Bang. I felt the pain. When you ripped that out of my chest, brother, let me tell you, I have never felt that intensity of pain in my life. I'm going to tell you something. I've had a lot of toothaches, and they can be freaking painful, my brother. And they're brutal. It hurts. But that day hurt me more than what my worst toothache ever did.
You did a lot of screaming.
Oh my God, I screamed at the top of my lungs, brother. Your father knocked on the door, opened the door. What's going on in here? What? Oh, we're all right, Dad. We're all right. Yeah, Dad, no problem, man. It's okay. As soon as he shut the door, boom.
Yeah, you went out like a light.
Bang. I couldn't take the pain, brother. The pain was so intense, I passed out from it.
Yeah.
I literally passed out from it. And I'll never forget that. How could I ever forget that?
Yeah, you were out of it. You were out of it. You were out of it. You were out of it like 2-3 days. You'd get up once in a while, go to the bathroom or grab a bowl of cereal, then you go right back to sleep.
And I don't remember none of that. I just remember your dad opening the door, and then after that, I just passed out, my brother, from the intense pain. It was the pain. that I felt when that sucker was ripped from me. And it was ripped from me. I felt it being ripped out of me. I felt it. I felt you squeeze it. I felt you squeeze it in your fist and rip it out of me. You held it in your hand and took it out. I felt it, Jimmy. It was weird.
That's psychic surgery.
That was psychic surgery, all right. With no anesthesia. With no anesthesia.
I have another name for it. I have another name for it. Jim calls it psychic surgery. I call it quantum healing. It's quantum physics. A form of telekinesis that Jim is actually using.
You can call it whatever. You can call it whatever you want, as long as it works.
Oh, it works.
Right. I'm just trying to define a more accurate description because it's a little bit more. You're a little bit more than a psychic healer, in my opinion.
You know what? I swear to you, on my mother's soul, I've never felt that kind of pain in my life. There was nothing like it. I never thought that much pain was even possible for a human to go through. But
I have a question for you, Peter. How long ago did this therapy occur? How long ago was it?
About 7 years ago, Bradley.
7 years ago?
About 7,
8 years, yeah.
7 or 8 years.
Really? Wow.
Long time. And he told me, now here's the kicker, Bradley. He told me that it'll never come back now. No matter what I do, from that point forward, I'll never get that back. It'll never come back to me. That's what he told me. So far, I'm knocking on a wooden table, knock on wood. He's absolutely right, and I believe it. I believe in this 100%. I see him do things that I've never seen anybody do in my lifetime. I see this guy in the middle of a snowstorm.
All right, wait a minute. Before you go off on another tangent, right? Finish the first story. Finish the first story now. What was the result?
A week after the procedure, I had an appointment for a second opinion about them cutting me open to do a surgery on me to see if it was malignant or not. Anyway, that's what they thought it was. They thought it was a lump. They thought it was cancer because it was a mass on my lung.
Yeah, well, 2 weeks after we did the session, you went into a walk-in clinic for x-rays.
That's right. For a second opinion and for x-rays.
Yeah.
And the doctor said, there's no mass there. Why did they want you to go to Boston? I see scar tissue. All I see there is scar tissue. There was something there. It's not there anymore. You're healing. That's what the second opinion doctor told me with the x-rays. We saw a mass. We saw that there was a mass about a nickel, the size of a nickel, but it was gone. It was no longer there. There was a hole in my lung instead. And it was all scar tissue healing from his psychic surgery. That was impressive to me. So like,
were you going to say something? Were you going to say something, Bradley?
Yeah, when it's convenient, I'd like to address the forum as well because people are actually would like to contribute as well.
Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like when you finish, Peter, have you finished?
Yeah, that's out of the
with that chapter, there's more to come. That's what you're saying. But you finished with that chapter. Johnny Mark would like to say, Johnny Mark, thank you for joining us. He says healing frequency and vibrations heal cancer and tumours, etc., on a certain hertz and sound frequency and vibration. Yeah, it has been known to heal cancer since the beginning of the last century. Some guy he invented a metal cage, a metal box where you sat in it and he played a frequency and it healed your cancer. Although the government stepped in and dismantled that, and like something happened to him, like I think suicide might have been the answer, and like all these paperwork, the how to create the box that would heal you of cancer was destroyed, because cancer, to heal cancer, we know there is a heal for cancer, and like they say there isn't, because obviously it's a it's $1 trillion industry for big pharma.
Yeah, well, there's been known cases where you know, they tell the patient you have cancer when they don't even have cancer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
And like there are others like Jim Andre. I would define him as shamans. It's very common. Shaman can actually heal people of cancer as well as quantum healers like John, Jim, quantum healers, and like, I wouldn't say they was really common, but they're out there, and like the big pharma don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They're not interested in investing into people like Jim Andre. Why can he do it? How can he heal people of cancer? They're not interested. Like they're not interested in his tattoo on his arm, you know? They're just not interested.
I got that. I know that.
And we've got an audience listening to you, Peter Saucy, and Peter Southey, and they're interested in you sharing your experiences relating to Jim Andre. They're interested. Yet the government and the official organisations, the authorities, the people, the Musons should be interested in what you're sharing.
Well, I'm glad, Bradley. I'm glad, because you know what? Let me tell you something, man. We live in a cruel world, brother. We live in a cruel world, and people have to hear these things because it's not all that bad. You can control your own universe. You can control your own life by this kind of power. It's the power of the mind. That's all it is.
The power of the mind. Yeah, that's right. Telekinesis, it's called. The power of the mind is telekinesis, which is related to many genres of diverse phenomenal gifts. Some people are blessed with telekinesis.
You're right.
And that's what Jim is, which is quantum physics.
Bradley, I agree with you, but let me try to elaborate on this. Everybody has that power. Everybody has that gift. You just got to learn how to use it.
Well, did you know, Peter, that everybody is born psychic, but over the years of growing up, we are brainwashed by our peers, our parents, society, schools. We are brainwashed, and we lose sight of recognizing who we are, recognizing our gifts and our attributes, and we're all psychic, and we forget how to use our psychic abilities.
That's right.
Plus our fluoride in the water and all that.
You're absolutely right. I'm not disagreeing with any of it. What I'm saying is that, to me, with what I see Jim do every day on this computer, has helped me be able to help myself with the power of the mind. He tries to keep me sharp. Sometimes I'm just lost out in space.
MC Rice is asking, how do you control pain?
How do you control pain? With the power of the mind.
Power of the mind. Yeah, with
you concentrate on your pain. You concentrate on your pain.
Thought, feelings, emotions.
Or take an aspirin.
Yeah, thought, feelings, emotions, sound frequency,
medication.
Medication, medication, but
I'd like to say,
you can't control. There's a lot of things you can't control in life.
I mean, obviously, if it's excruciating pain, you know, you got medications like morphine or whatever to counteract it.
Right. You have to try to stay positive. You have.
I'd like to welcome.
It's not easy
Pam.
to control pain.
Okay. Jim, want to read that?
Pam says it don't work for her. She has rods in her spine.
Yes.
Sorry to hear.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that too. You know, there's only so much pain that a human can bear anyway. The Lord, I believe in God or a higher power. I believe in a higher power. Me.
Higher consciousness.
My higher power is with me. And to me, that poor girl with the rods in her spine, that she just got dealt bad. She got dealt a bad hand in life. And, you know, I pray for that every day. Everybody that's in pain out here, in our world, in our realm, wherever we are, I pray for everybody every night and every morning. Wake up.
Not all painkillers are good for you. Some painkillers have side effects where you need to take the second pill to counteract side effects, which actually makes you, you know, can destroy your thyroid glands, your liver, kidneys, and all that stuff. From the doctor who's actually suggesting that what he's giving to you is the right remedy, which actually you can find a herb in Mother Nature that can actually help to heal you. You know, as well as people like Jim Andre.
They do have herbs
which they don't promote.
Yeah, that's all
promoted.
Right.
That's all holistic healing. Pam C. Rice says, send healing my way. Yeah, I can do that, Pam. I also do healing sessions. I don't charge for it. I do them over the internet. I've been successful in that respect as well. That's how I do most of the healings. It's a 20-minute long. It's a 20-minute long session, and there's absolutely no charge. I'm on Facebook if you want a friend request me or PM private message me, and if you want to do a session, I'll be more than willing to try to help you out.
Yeah, Pam C. Rice, reach out to Jim Andre and he may be able to help you. He won't chase after you, by the way. You just add him as a friend and send him a message on inbox, on Messenger, Pam C. Rice, and Jim Andre will reach out and help you, okay, in 20-minute therapeutic sessions. Might take more than one therapeutic sessions, but like Jim Andre,
I can't guarantee that it'll completely help you, but I'm sure we can ease the pain. That I'm sure.
I read her last comment. She said, great. She was all happy. That sounds good, man. That's awesome. God bless you, Pam.
Hi there. I just want a couple of shout outs to hi there, Mike Pyle and Ed Pierce, Tammy Barnum, Christopher Peebles, Robert Sanders, Lisa Io, Morgan Roundtree. Thank you everybody for joining us. Webb Tyrrell, Johnny Mark, and I'll get to your questions like in time, so you could just be patient. Okay. Tammy Barnum says what Jim is actually sharing is spiritual purification. Thank you, Tammy Barnum. That's another term you can actually use to define Jim's gift, and it is a gift that he has been blessed with. And like, good morning, Webb Tyrrell, from the Philippines. Actually, someone said something here about you. Let's see if I can find it, Peter. Someone said, you sound, Christopher Peoples says, Peter, you sound like a guy, a Long Islander.
A Long Islander, yes. I'm from Massachusetts. I'm a Northerner. I'm a Yankee.
He's from New England.
You're a Yankee Doodle, Peter.
I'm from New England. I'm from New England.
He's a Yankee Doodle Poodle.
I'm a Yankee Doodle.
Peter, you're a Yankee Doodle. Wow.
Right,
it's a pleasure to meet a Yankee Doodle, Peter. I like it.
Yeah.
From England.
Yes.
Are you, Peter? Are you a Yankee? Peter, are you a Yankee Doodle dandy?
Oh, I can be pretty dandy, I'm sure.
Morgan Roundtree says we're celebrating the Declaration of Independence here in the States. That's very true.
Happy Independence Day.
Yeah, happy 4th of July, huh?
Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day.
That's right. Yeah, 4th of July. I'm surprised I haven't heard no fireworks yet around here, Jim. I haven't heard.
Yes, Pansy Rice.
We're out in the wilderness, with nature.
Yeah. That's true. We are, yeah.
That's where I like to be.
Yeah. Pam C. Rice says, I don't know how I happened to be here. Maybe it's meant to be. I see it says alien abductee. Is that right? I can explain. Jim Andre is an alien abductee, and from his abductions, upon his return from a time warp, time abduction, Jim Andre discovered that he's been blessed with a phenomenal gift. And
yeah, there has been past cases that have been connected. You know, energetic healing and aliens is a connection there.
Yeah, and I forgot, because it's 4th of July, it's fireworks are going crazy in the hood. Wow, I forgot about that. Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't have it. We don't hear anything around here. It's quiet.
We're amongst the orange groves out here in Lake Wales, Florida, Central Florida.
Yeah,
nothing but nature around us. That's where I truly feel at home.
Yeah, it's beautiful too.
Also, Pam C. Rice, another suggestion for you, like you've got Jim Andre, quantum healer, uses telekinesis. There's also those blessed with Raikai hands as well. Raikai hands are healing hands that some people are blessed with, but like shaman, one example. But it's a therapeutic, it's a therapy using Raikai hands on where your injury is can actually heal you. It's a known fact. Not that doctors will promote that fact because they don't like to talk about it, but Raikai hands can heal. Google Raikai hands and you might find a therapist in your area blessed with Raikai hands. Look at his credentials to ensure that he's the real deal, and contact him as well. Other options for you, Pam. Okay, Raikai hands healing.
Hey, you want to read that one off, Bradley?
What? Where are you? I got it.
I could read it. We all have the power. We all have the power in our mind to heal ourselves. You don't need any help.
Can you see it all right?
Our mind is the
Our mind is the med bed. We can heal ourselves. I wish people would understand that we have the power to manifest anything we want to believe. Me and I do. Well, the thing is that's
awesome. That's just the point. That's the point where we're all trying to make. It's possible to do. It's
Yes, we all have the ability, but that's the foundation. The number one foundation is belief.
Right.
In other words, the reason why the majority of people can't do it is because when they attempt it, they got this little voice in the back of their head saying, well, what am I trying this for? What am I stupid? This ain't going to work. What am I crazy? And it never will work.
Right. Can't have that kind of thought.
Not everything is as it seems. Thank you for sharing that contribution to the show, Rebel Rhea. Not everything is as it seems. That's what I have learned. It's different for everybody, to be honest with you.
See, you had to say that you didn't hear fireworks. I can hear some now, Peter.
I know. I heard it some. I heard some too. Yeah. I think it's.
I've got a comment from Johnny Mark. Says pain like headaches, minor pain, can be healed without pills or over-the-counter money buying things. Your feet hold the key to every nerve cell in the human body. Feet massages and hand ones by trained professionals such as Thailand people can take away headaches and pain naturally. Your body heals itself. That's right. Using feet, pins, acupuncture, Raikai hands. There are many forms of therapy and quantum healing. Telekinesis used by Jim Andre. There are many forms of healing by shaman and people like, and also hypnotherapy. We mustn't discard that one as well. There is so many varieties of healing, but blessed with people who have gifts and attributes that are phenomenal and cannot be explained by scientists. Scientists don't understand it, and they don't bother to examine it. To be honest with you. Johnny Mark says magnesium is a headache healer, or salt sodium in water instantly takes it away. Yes, magnesium, I'll read that again. Magnesium is a headache healer, or salt sodium in water instantly takes away headaches. How about that? Thank you for sharing that, Johnny Mark. What a useful piece of information. Johnny Mark's on about sea salt, not GMO. And Webb Till says the official definition of a drug per the US FDA is a substance that cures disease and causes side effects, not may cause, will cause. Cures of disease and causes side effects. How about that? And Johnny Mark says, did you hear about the Slovakia Prime Minister's being shot on an attempt assassination at a government meeting? No, Johnny Mark, I haven't heard about that one. But thank you, everybody, for your contributions. Yeah.
I'm enjoying myself.
And thank you for appearing on the show, Peter. Well done, Jim, for kidnapping Peter. I mean, not kidnapping, inviting him.
I put a gun to his head.
Yeah.
Don't make me say it, Jim. He punched me in the mouth. Nah, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding, Jimmy. Come on, I'm only kidding.
David Wilk says, I want you two, Jim Andre and Peter Salsey, on Air Force One. Be ready, wardrobe and investigatory data pool of knowledge. Thank you for sharing it, David Wilk.
What?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He wants you on. I think Air Force One is another show, another podcast.
Oh, wow. No kidding. Wow, that was nice.
Yeah, like really, I think you'd be ideal. Jim Andre and Peter Salsey would be ideal because it's new material to appear on Matthew Turner's podcast, sharing this story, because it's not often that people get to hear what Jim Andre can actually do.
Candace Fowler's asking if we're related. No, we're not, Candace.
No, we've been best friends for 45 years plus. 45 years plus, we've just been best friends. We're like brothers now, you know.
Sarah Williams says, sorry. Yeah, you're like brothers.
Yeah, he's more like a big brother to me than anything else. He's always been there for me, man. He's never turned his back on me like other people do.
I used to be a big brother. I'm just an old man now.
Well, hey, we gotta all get there. I'm getting there too, man. But you're doing great.
Sarah Williams says, happy 4th of July. Hope everything is having a wonderful night. And what is the topic tonight? Yes, just a reminder to everybody. The topic, we're halfway through the show, and the topic is about Jim Andre has actually blessed Peter Salsey with a phenomenal gift by curing an illness that he's been suffered with, was struggled to be cured by pharmacists, doctors, general practitioners, and then along comes Jim Andre and actually uses quantum healing, telekinesis to heal Pete, and Peter Salsey is validating these claims that they are genuinely true.
Right.
Thank you, Peter, for doing that.
My pleasure.
Anything you'd like to add to that, Peter? Yeah.
Thank you.
That is what the topic tonight is. Yeah. Yeah, well done. Thank you for joining.
Gladly, we want to read this one off. I don't know if I got it all on my end.
Okay, let me find it then. Which one? Oh, look, it is. I found it. So in a different forum. Yeah, okay, here it is. Abdel Hakim El Gelt says, hello, gentlemen. Hello, Sir Pete. Concerning the power of the mind, agreed on that. The state of our mind pushes the pain to intensity and or controls it. But here comes the question. Why are there people who can do it and there are people who cannot? Okay, taking into consideration the knowledge background, which either levels up to state of mind or gets it down to a catastrophe, what about the knowledgeable healers who themselves get out of control, where you can see a kind of fall for the whole hypothesis. Because what we like, you must take this into consideration. This works with psychics, psychic mediums, quantum healers. If someone charges and you've got another source of healing that they don't charge, like a psychic might charge and a psychic may not charge. The psychic that charges is putting bread on the table because they've got to eat. It don't mean they're fake or it don't mean they're genuine. It just means that they charge for their services. Jim Andre doesn't charge for his services. But then if you've got a psychic that doesn't charge, that don't mean they're genuine, it don't mean they're fake. It means that they don't charge, you know what I mean? That means like they offer a service free of charge, just like Jim Andre does. And like, I can validate the fact that I have spoken to a few of Jim Andre's patients who have validated to me, like Jim Andre's claims, and their claims are validated to me that Jim Andre is the real deal. No doubt about that. But you have to take, so let's say that again. If a psychic medium, quantum healer, shaman, hypnotherapist, if they charge you money or they don't charge you money, it don't mean they're genuine or fake. You've got to work that out for themselves by looking at their credentials. Like Google their name, look at the credentials of the patients that they examine and see what everyone's saying about them and work it out for yourself. But payment or non-payment doesn't make a difference.
Well,
look at it like that.
I have an opinion on that. My own opinion is, if you're charging to help somebody like that, to me, you have less of a chance of being successful if you're charging them money to do it.
Well, you've got to take into consideration, Peter, some people have got no income whatsoever.
No, don't get me wrong. I know this. People like to make a living what they have for gifts. That's
we got to take.
I'm an
you might be referring to pastors, chaplains. They are like really, really wealthy, and they charge for their services, that's greed.
Right. Well, like I said, my opinion on that, as far as charging people for a service like this to save their life or otherwise, to be charged for that, to me, is a moral sin.
Well, it all depends on the intensity of the case or if it's an emergency or whatever.
Like, I won't mention anyone's name, but we know a past life regression.
If somebody is in like pain most of the time, they want relief. That's different. But if it's somebody where you can save their life that's drowning or something, you jump in and you save them. That's different.
Right. I'm talking
like we know a past life regression reader who was providing the services free of charge to everybody, but she got to a position where she's financially unstable, her funds are limited, and now she's charging a measly $20 per session, just to put some food on the table.
Johnny Rotten says Rebel Rhea, born in 61 years back, had some serious heart issues. Less than a quarter of my heart was working intensive care and everything for a week. Angiogram and angioplasty 10 plus. Med kits kicked all the healthiest I've ever been vitals of a youngin'. Well, I had a heart attack in February of 2017. I had 2 stents put in. And after that heart attack, they had me on 3 different blood thinners plus an aspirin every day, which in turn caused an internal bleed. So I got to the point where my hemoglobin dropped down to like 8. And it's supposed to be like 15, 16. And I dropped all the meds, including the aspirin itself. And that was since 2018. The only meds I take now is my thyroid medication in the morning and my cholesterol pill at night. And I've been feeling great. I feel like $1 million.
That's good. That's minor ones. I've had 6 minor heart attacks, and I got 3 stents in my heart and 4 blockages.
Wow.
But I got 1 blockage they couldn't do nothing for because it was just a little vein. But the other 3 had been stented, you know, it's not, I don't know.
Well, belief in all of this is the key. That's the main foundation, belief.
Right. I don't believe for a minute that I got stents in my heart at all because of the way I feel. I don't feel nothing. I feel normal. I feel as normal as I can feel, health-wise, that is. I feel great. It's beautiful here too. It helps. The weather is beautiful. It doesn't help. It helps me with my asthma, my bronchitis, and all the problems I got. It helps me over here, this weather. Up in the north where there was snow and it was cold, it's no good for me. It's no good.
Them brutal winters in Massachusetts, they're rough.
Yeah. I'm better off where I'm at, sitting at your dining room table, buddy. I love it, Jim.
Pam C. Rice says you need cholesterol. Dr. Peter Glidden says high cholesterol is good. Our brain needs it. Well, yeah, but there's 2 different types of cholesterol as well. But I've heard the same thing lately that they've been saying that. So I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, to me, whatever the doctor gives me, I trust in it. But sometimes I'll question it if I don't think I need it. I mean, like cholesterol, me, I'm the skinniest guy in the world.
And Johnny Rotten says the cholesterol drugs cause diabetes. Then I got that.
Yeah. It's possible, yes. And I've known 2 men that passed away from diabetes, and I got another friend that's got it. He lives in Massachusetts. He's got diabetes, but he knows how to keep it under control. He knows how to eat right. You eat the right foods and stuff like that, your diabetes can go, it could be reversed and get your pancreas working properly again. There's food
Candace Fowler says I was under psychic attack and the entity attacked my immune system. I came very close to dying of a staph infection. Reiki saved my life.
I think that's what Bernadette died of, a staph infection. My sister. I think that's what she had, Jim.
Morgan Roundtree says, when I was in my 20s, I was married to a man in his early 30s. He literally needed a quadruple bypass. His heart was so diseased. It was absolutely biological and generational. I'm just glad the insurance for my job paid for the surgery. Real talk.
Wow. Oh, my word. It's something else, man. Boy. No. Wow. People are always, there's always somebody worse off than the other one all the time. It's a never-ending process, I guess.
Yeah, don't criticize your neighbor until you've walked a mile in his moccasins.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
And when you look in the sand and there's only one set of footprints, and you say to yourself, you say to Jesus, why did you leave me? There's only one set of footprints in the sand. And he said, I didn't leave you. That's when I carried you.
That's right. That's when I carried you. It's absolutely right.
And yes, Sarah Williams says, I love that. I forgot to message Jim. I definitely need to talk about hopefully working with me. I feel he's the real deal. Thank you so much. She says, Bradley, you are so right about payment. I always had a very difficult time charging and just couldn't do it. Just because someone doesn't charge, don't take away from their abilities. It's just the opposite. Yeah, that's right. It is the opposite. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, look at the do some research and look at the credentials of the therapist, shaman. Even mind readers can actually bless your soul with healing properties. Mind readers can do that as well. And as well as sound frequency and vibration, hertz. There's a sound frequency for every illness that we can suffer on this planet.
Can't hear you.
Can't hear you, Peter.
We can't hear you.
Sorry.
There you go.
I hit the mic button accidentally, I guess. You hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to see you, Peter, because I hear you a lot, but I don't see you.
Oh, I know, Bradley. I'm out here trying to keep the wild Indians intact while he's in his room in peace of quiet and mind and body.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He's normally chewing the fat with me, like at random. We chew the fat.
It keeps me on my toes, you know? Keeps me on my toes and it keeps me young, you know?
Jim's normally boasting to me about, look at my hair, look at the colour of it, you know? It's not great,
Right.
is it?
Yeah.
I'll be 71.
Because, yeah. I don't know if Jim's having a dig at me because he's got more hair than I have.
Oh, geez. Yeah, well, look at my hair, man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with looking like a pirate, is there?
Yeah, cut some of that off. Send it to Bradley.
It's my pride and joy, and all the gray on my head that you see. Each strand of gray hair on my head is wisdom. Represents wisdom, man. I'm proud of that.
Yeah. And I wanted a wide centre parting. There's nothing wrong in that.
Huh?
A wide centre parting. There's nothing wrong in that.
What's that?
A wide centre parting. It don't matter. Forget about it.
All right.
Let's just talk about it. Let's not talk about it. Let's change the subject, Bill.
All right. I couldn't catch it. I get it. I couldn't catch it. All right.
No good, like, yeah, we're not here to discuss hairlines, are we?
Oh, no, not tonight. Maybe some other time. Another show.
Well, thank you again, Peter, for coming on the show. We got like 10 minutes left, and like you've done really well. Thank you for validating.
Thank you so much. You know. It was a pleasure for me to be here tonight. I'd love to do this again.
I would like you to. I'm thinking I'm going to put your names forward for Matthew Turner's podcast. Like it might be in 4 weeks' time. But like, yeah, come back, Jim Andre and Peter Southey.
Jimmy said that he didn't have a witness to his abduction. But
well, yeah, we'll save that for the next show because we're running out of time. We're getting up to the top of the hour right now.
Right. I got you, Jim.
The night that I got abducted, Bradley, he was actually at my house.
Right.
And I don't even remember that.
Oh, he doesn't.
Wow.
Yeah. I was there. And I didn't hear nothing. I didn't see nothing. Because I was sleeping too. He fell asleep at his desk. And I fell asleep on my chair.
I don't even remember him being there, to be honest with you. I don't even remember that.
He doesn't remember that I was living with him and his mother to help him out a little bit with his mom. And that's when he was abducted while I was there doing that for him. And for me, because I needed his help as well. I didn't have a place to live. So he agreed to let me stay there with him. I can keep an eye on his mom while he goes to work, and he won't have no worries. Of course, his father was there. He was in and out too, you know. And was paying rent. It was there when that happened again, you know.
Yeah, Johnny Mark says, Defo, get Pete Southey back. Big up to Pete Southey. Definitely get Pete Southey back on the show. We could do that on the Matrix Minds in 4 weeks' time. Matthew Turner will be the host, interviewing Jim Andre and Pete Southey about Jim, about your quantum healing, Peter. Thank you for sharing that, Johnny Mark.
I'm honored. I feel honored. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. I had a good time tonight sharing with everybody.
Good. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thanks for coming on, Pete.
It was my pleasure, Jimmy. I want to do this again. I loved it, Jim. Thank you so much.
In 4 weeks' time, I'll set that up with Matthew tomorrow, okay? We'll book a slot. I'll get you in a video chat, Peter. And we'll book a slot with you, Jim Andre. We'll book a slot with Matthew. It'll be on a Monday, Wednesday, or a Friday in 4 weeks' time, okay? We'll book a slot and do the same thing again.
Oh, you don't need me on the show. Pete can just go on the show with Matthew.
Oh, yeah, Jim. Jim's so, like, humble and modest.
He's funny.
Jim needs to be there, really.
Why do I need to be there? Why do I need to be there? I'm not going to say anything about myself.
No, but like Peter can point the finger and say, that's him. He's the guy. He's the guy that sorted me out. Hey, and like we got a figure to point to, because people be going, Jimmy Andre, who's this Jim Andre? We've heard a lot about him, heard his name like. Who's Jim Andre?
Yeah. No, I had a great time tonight. I appreciate it, guys. It was different. It was a pleasure.
Sarah Williams says, I'm looking forward to rewatching the show. Seems like the great one. Thank you guys for sharing. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a pleasure.
Wow, what a compliment. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. And thank you, Jim and Bradley.
Yeah, if there's any more questions before we close out, let us know.
Yeah. Johnny Mark said, my dad died of a rare heart disease called amyloidosis, which spread out to bone marrow, cancer and kidney failure, stage 3 heart failure, a very bad heart disease. Thank you for sharing that, Johnny Mark, and I'm sorry, my condolences for your loss, to be honest with you.
Wow.
I've known Johnny Mark, I've known you quite a long time, haven't I, when you think about it? We've known each other for many years. Thank you for contributing to the show, Johnny Mark. In fact, thank you, everyone. Morgan Roundtree, Johnny Rotten, Brett Walria, Mike Pyle, so many names. Pam C. Rice, Johnny Rotten. I just cannot mention them all. Johnny Mark, Sarah Williams. There's too many to mention. Thank you so much for your contributions. Abdel Hakim El Gout, David Wilkes. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, Sarah Williams. Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you near us.
Morgan Roundtree says, just a statement and believe in yourselves.
Right on. Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of you. What's most important is what you think of yourself.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. We were saying that earlier, weren't we, Jim? That's exactly right. It's what you think of yourself that matters.
That's right.
Yeah. That's right.
Because you can't please everyone, so you've got to please yourself. Ricky Nelson said that when he went to a garden party.
You can please.
Ricky Nelson said, if you can't please everyone, then you've got to please yourself. That's what Ricky Nelson said.
That's right.
Yeah, Johnny Mark's known me for 5 years. Yeah, Johnny Mark, 5 years, man. It's been a long time. And thank you for coming back into my life, because you disappeared for a while. And I was a little bit concerned, but you was very hard to get hold of. So thank you, Johnny Mark, for joining us. Pleasure to have you near us. Sarah Williams said, we are our own worst critics. You guys are so right. Thank you, Sarah Williams. We've got like 5 minutes left before shutdown. Would anybody like to contribute any more comments to this show forum? This is Peter Salsey validating the fact that he's been healed by a quantum healer who's genuinely the real deal. Jim Andre is in the house. The legendary Jim Andre. But Jim don't like to be called a legend. We'll take that back, rewind, edit that out. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to do some editing on this one.
Peter, if I had your head size, I'd send you a hat.
Oh,
but
I would think it would be
a little bit of red.
Oh yeah, that's the one that I like right there, the red with the black band around it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wearing my angel, my celestial hat today. It's white, divine, virginal. A bit like me.
That's my favorite one, the one with the red and the black band around it.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, that's a nice hat.
But like, yeah, your hat size, like you could be a 57, a 56, a 58. It does matter because if it's too big for you, it drops past the ears.
I would be a medium, I believe.
Yeah, if only you could find it out. I'll tell you how you find it out. Have you got a tape measure? Put a tape measure around your head and measure your head in inches.
Yeah,
it might, if I'm measuring my head like that and somebody's complimenting me, my head will just keep on growing and I'll never get a measure.
Seriously, Jim could help you. Put a tape measure around your head, measure the length of the diameter of your head in inches, and that will give me your hat size.
Listen, it's very easy to figure out. All you gotta do is look at him with a crop of hair like that. He needs a large.
Nah, it's a medium. It's a medium.
You're a medium. But what is medium, right? You know what I mean? Like, I'm a 57 inch, which is quite small, actually. You should get 58, 59 inch,
Yeah. But, it means I'm right in the middle,
Seriously, Peter, get a tape measure on your head. I'll be accurate. I'll send you an accurate hat. A hat that'll fit you if I had a tape measure reading in inches.
I'll figure it out.
Get it right.
I'll get a tape measure.
You measure your head, I'll send you a hat. Seriously.
All right, man. Really, I love that. That's a great idea. I love that. Thank you so much. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I would do that, Yeah, absolutely. No problem at all.
Get a good hot, Bradley. I know you do. I know you do.
Yeah. Yeah, I care. I do care.
I know you do. I know you do. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be doing this show with Jimmy like this.
That's right, actually. Me and Jim have been together for a few years now. I didn't think we fall in love and last this long. I just didn't realize.
Now, listen, let me tell you, man, I've been here. I've been seeing this. I know he's been working like this with you. I've seen it from the beginning to now. I hear it. When I'm sitting on the couch and it's quiet in the house, I hear the shows. I listen to the show. I know what this is all about.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're just about at the top of the hour. I want to thank everybody for joining us.
Yeah.
And interacting. It's been a pleasure.
Peter Salsey is in the house. Thank you for joining us so much. And we'll rebook this slot for 4 weeks' time. Absolutely.
All right. Okay. We'll see you all on the next one.
Thank you.